This is an LSAT question, and if you ever see an argument collapse because it would have to go on forever, your test taker alarm bells should be ringing. Before we go any further, pause the video now if you want to try this question on your own. Here's what's going on. Based on the question stem, we know this is a parallel reasoning question. Your job is not to decide whether the philosophers are right about perception. Your job is to match the structure of the reasoning. Here's the argument in plain terms. Some philosophers say we perceive objects by forming a mental image. But if that were true, something inside us would have to perceive that image. Then something else would have to perceive that second perception. And that would keep going forever. Since an infinite process like that is absurd, the original explanation must be false. Here's the key insight. This argument is built entirely on an infinite regress. That thing requires another thing. This never ends. An infinite process can't work in real life, so the original claim must be wrong. When you're solving this on the LSAT, let the confusing philosophy go. Don't evaluate the truth, don't argue with the premises, just hunt for the same structure. An explanation that collapses because it would require an endless, never-ending process. Now let's look at the answers. Choice A is wrong. There's no infinite process here. It also weakens the conclusion by saying something is highly unlikely, while the stimulus says the hypothesis cannot be correct. The force and structure don't match. Choice B is wrong. This answer mentions infinite, but it's talking about an infinite number of theories, not an infinite process. An infinite list is not the same thing as a self-repeating chain that never ends. Choice C is correct. It says that if no theory is ever genuinely new, then every theory must come from a prior theory, which must come from another prior theory, and so on without end. That creates an impossible infinite regress. Just like the stimulus, the argument rejects the claim because an infinite process can't work. Choice D is wrong. It uses the word absurd, but there's no infinite chain. It's just criticizing a definition. Matching language is not enough. Structure is everything. Choice E is wrong. There's no infinity at all. It's a straightforward historical claim showing that earlier libraries existed. The bottom line is that parallel reasoning questions reward structural thinking, not deep understanding. When an argument hinges on an infinite regress, your correct answer must also do the same. If you want to get faster and more confident with questions like this, book a free consultation at Hummingbird LSAT Prep today.